Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into the exciting news of Hong Kong's retail scene bouncing back. After 14 months of decline, retail sales have increased by 3.8% in August, with luxury brands and prime malls like Harbour City poised to benefit. But don't get too excited just yet. Analysts say it'll take about a year for rents to fully rebound, and the recovery will be uneven, favoring high-end shopping and big developers. Next up, we're celebrating Hong Kong's athletic heroes. Our city's relay team and star athletes like Wan-chun and Theo are gearing up for the upcoming national games in Guangzhou. With some athletes competing in multiple events, we're hopeful for some shiny medals to bring home. It's a proud moment for Hong Kong sports, showing the world our talent and determination. And finally, the battle for international students heats up. Despite increasing quotas, local universities are seeing fewer foreign first-year students, especially with Singapore rising as a competitive alternative thanks to its high rankings. Hong Kong's education sector faces challenges in attracting diverse talent, but efforts are underway to boost international enrollment and keep Hong Kong as a top study destination. Please continue to watch for more details. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's retail sector is showing signs of recovery after 14 months of decline, with local businesses like Bakehouse and Seoul Recipe Group experiencing notable growth. Bakehouse, renowned for its sourdough egg tarts, has seen profit increases of up to 29%, driven by a surge in tourist and local foot traffic, reflecting renewed consumer confidence and a revival in tourism. Official retail sales figures for August indicate a 3.8% year-on-year increase, the highest since December 2023, yet analysts caution that a full rebound in retail rents and the property market may still take at least a year, with uneven recovery expected between high street shops and prime malls. Despite the challenges, some landlords, especially those with luxury retail segments like Wharf REIC, are optimistic about a faster resurgence, particularly as Hong Kong prepares for major events and benefits from a resurgent stock market, suggesting a gradual but steady stabilization in the retail property landscape. South China Morning Post highlights Hong Kong athletes' aspirations at the upcoming national games, where the men's 4x100-meter relay team, including standout sprinter Magnus Johansson and seasoned Olympian Theo, are poised to carry the city's medal hopes. The squad, announced at the Hong Kong Sports Institute, features a mix of experienced athletes and rising stars, with Johansson also competing individually in the 200m after securing an Asian under-20 silver medal last year. Other notable selections include long jumper Tiffany Yu and sprinter Chan Pui-kei, all eager to make their mark at the Guangzhou-hosted event. Despite setbacks like the absence of marathon record holder Wan-chun due to disputes with local athletics authorities, the team remains determined to showcase Hong Kong's athletic talent on a significant regional stage, with the games scheduled to run from November 15 to 20. The South China Morning Post discusses the increasing competition Hong Kong faces from Singapore in attracting international students, despite efforts to expand non-local enrollment. While Hong Kong's public universities have doubled their quotas for international students, recent data shows a decline in first-year non-local students, with fewer from South Korea and Kazakhstan, and a total of around 5,600 students last year, mostly from mainland China. Universities like HKU and CUHK rank lower globally compared to Singapore's National University of Singapore, which is recognized among the top 20 globally, making Singapore a more attractive destination for prospective students. Factors such as higher university rankings, tuition costs, and the availability of education options in Western countries influence students' choices. Officials acknowledge the need for Hong Kong to enhance its global education reputation and diversify its student body, focusing on countries along China's Belt and Road and ASEAN nations to strengthen its international academic presence. The South China Morning Post highlights the inspiring story of Belle, a 19-year-old university student who has become a beacon of hope for Hong Kong's underprivileged elderly, especially the so-called cardboard grannies who earn a living by collecting recyclables. Through her Instagram account, @blasiva_, she has gained over 25,000 followers by distributing free meals and engaging in heartfelt conversations with these seniors, many of whom live in social isolation and face physical hardships. Belle's initiative, initially fueled by her desire for purpose and inspired by global creators, has evolved into a sustainable project supported by crowdfunding and collaborations with local restaurants. Her efforts not only provide nourishment but also offer companionship and dignity, subtly challenging societal stigmas around accepting help. Despite some criticism about filming the elderly, she emphasizes that her focus is on spreading kindness and happiness, recognizing that even small acts can make a significant difference in their lives amidst Hong Kong's social and economic struggles. The SCMP opinion on co-living programs sheds light on innovative solutions to Hong Kong's homelessness crisis, emphasizing the potential benefits of creating family-like communal living environments for vulnerable women. A pioneering study involving 47 homeless women aged 25 to 80 revealed that such arrangements significantly lowered stress and depression levels, with 95% of participants experiencing over a 50% reduction in their mental health issues. This approach, which fosters a supportive community atmosphere often absent in traditional shelters, is especially vital for women dealing with mental health concerns, safety issues, and privacy needs. Although expanding co-living facilities entails higher costs, the improved well-being and stability of residents justify the investment. Impact HK's Deeping advocates for government policies prioritizing mental health and increased public awareness, recognizing that these tailored environments could offer a more effective pathway out of homelessness for many women, ultimately fostering societal resilience. The SCMP's coverage of the Palace Museum's centenary underscores the cultural significance of museums as custodians of history and symbols of national resilience. Celebrating a century since its founding in Beijing, the museum's storied history includes daring efforts to safeguard China's priceless relics during wartime, including the dramatic migration of artifacts in 1933 and the division of collections during political upheavals. Its international collaborations and exchanges with Taipei exemplify cultural diplomacy amid cross-strait tensions, reinforcing the museum's role in fostering Chinese pride and soft power. The Hong Kong Palace Museum, opened in 2022 and supported by the Hong Kong Jockey Club, exemplifies this legacy by attracting visitors from across the globe, serving as a cultural bridge that celebrates China's 5,000-year civilization. This milestone not only marks a century of preservation and resilience but also emphasizes the museum's enduring role in inspiring future generations and strengthening cultural identity amidst a rapidly changing world. The Sydney Morning Herald recounts the curious case of LeBron James, who was falsely attributed as the author of a pro-China opinion piece published by People's Daily, the mouthpiece of the Chinese Communist Party. The article praised basketball as a cultural bridge, but James had only spoken to Chinese reporters during a trip, with his comments later manipulated into an essay with his name. This incident sparked outrage in the U.S., with critics accusing James of pandering to Beijing amid ongoing political tensions. The NBA, eager to re-establish its presence in China after a 6-year hiatus, faces a delicate balancing act, as the league's players walk a tightrope between promoting the sport and avoiding political controversy, especially considering past incidents like Daryl Morey's support for Hong Kong protests and the subsequent financial fallout. Despite official statements claiming no restrictions on speech, the stakes are high, and players such as James find themselves scrutinized both in China and the United States for their diplomatic gestures or perceived political alignments. South China Morning Post offers an intimate glimpse into Victoria Beckham's personal and professional evolution through her Netflix documentary series, which follows her journey from Spice Girl fame to a renowned fashion designer. Beckham opens up about her struggles with an eating disorder in her early years, revealing the emotional toll of constant criticism about her appearance, which she kept hidden from her family. The series also sheds light on her transition from a pop icon to a WAG, acknowledging that her attention-seeking behavior was partly driven by a lack of creative fulfillment. Her fashion empire, launched in 2008 with her husband David's investment, faced significant financial challenges, including debt and mismanagement, until a strategic overhaul in 2017 brought stability and profitability. Beckham's relationship with industry icons like Anna Wintour, who initially doubted her fashion ambitions, highlights her determination and resilience, culminating in her recognition as a serious designer and her heartfelt reflections on her career and personal sacrifices. South China Morning Post further explores the luxurious intersection of fashion, jewelry, and craftsmanship at Paris haute couture shows, where gem-encrusted handbags captivated audiences with their exquisite artistry. Buccellati's bespoke clutch bags, inspired by vintage designs, showcase the painstaking craftsmanship required to embed rich embroidery and gemstones into delicate accessories, a task increasingly difficult due to the dwindling number of skilled artisans. Bulgari's collaboration with designer Mary Katrantzou exemplifies how high jewelry influences bag design, blending precious stones and innovative silhouettes to create statement pieces that serve as both functional accessories and works of art. Meanwhile, brands like Tiffany & Company and Hermès push the envelope with historic and modern minaudières, incorporating legendary motifs and precious materials, culminating in Mauawad's record-breaking 1001 Nights diamond purse, valued at $3.8 million. These creations exemplify the enduring allure of jewelry-inspired accessories, where craftsmanship, heritage, and luxury converge to craft timeless pieces for glamorous nights out. The BBC reports a tragic series of shootings that marred Mississippi's homecoming celebrations, with 6 lives lost and 18 injured across 3 separate incidents. In Leland, a small city with a population of around 3,800, a midnight massacre on a busy main street claimed 4 lives and critically injured 4 others, leaving a community in shock. The chaos erupted after a high school football game, a cherished tradition that usually brings communities together, but instead turned into a scene of violence. Authorities have yet to identify suspects or release detailed information, as the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation takes the lead. Nearby towns, Heidelberg and Rolling Fork, also experienced shootings during their respective homecoming festivities, resulting in additional fatalities and injuries, with arrests made in Rolling Fork. The community's grief is palpable, with local officials expressing condolences and calling for prayers amid ongoing investigations. Yahoo US details the grim aftermath of the Mississippi shootings, emphasizing the devastating toll on the communities involved. The incident in Leland, occurring around midnight, is described as the deadliest, with 4 victims dying on the scene and multiple others fighting for their lives. The mayor, John Lee, lamented the violence that overshadowed what should have been a joyous occasion, highlighting the chaos on a main street filled with celebratory crowds. The shootings are believed to have happened during post-game gatherings, but few concrete details have emerged, and no suspects are in custody. In addition to Leland, other towns like Heidelberg and Rolling Fork reported shootings during their homecoming events, with authorities working to piece together what happened. The community faces a somber future as investigations continue, and families mourn their loved ones. South China Morning Post reports on the upcoming Legislative Council elections in Hong Kong, where a significant shift is underway as veteran lawmakers step down and new candidates are encouraged to run amid Beijing's tightened electoral reforms. With the electoral overhaul in 2021 emphasizing patriotism, the political landscape is becoming more controlled, yet competition persists across all constituencies. Several senior legislators, including Tommy Chung and Chan Kin-por, have announced they will not seek re-election, citing age or other reasons, while others like Regina Ip plan to run again. the election, scheduled for December 7, will feature a vetting process that ensures only patriots can participate, with Beijing's approval typically arriving just days before nominations open. This environment fosters a mix of seasoned officials and emerging figures, as authorities aim to maintain stability and loyalty within Hong Kong's political sphere, emphasizing the importance of discipline and resource mobilization for prospective candidates. The South China Morning Post reports on Beijing's strategic appointment of Sun Shanggu, a seasoned senior editor from China Daily, as the deputy director of the central government's liaison office in Hong Kong. Sun's extensive background in journalism and international relations positions him to craft and promote narratives that bolster China's image globally. His role underscores Beijing's intent to refine its communication efforts, especially in engaging with the English-speaking world, and to tell Hong Kong's story more effectively. The liaison office's director, Zhou Ji, emphasized the importance of media in shaping perceptions, urging local outlets to support the city's development and economic growth while maintaining a balanced flow of information that fosters societal consensus and addresses potential issues. This move aligns with the broader political strategy of enhancing China's narrative both within Hong Kong and internationally, especially as the city continues to navigate its complex relationship with Beijing amid ongoing efforts to project stability and growth. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post also highlights the mounting economic uncertainties faced by Hong Kong businesses amidst escalating U.S.-China trade tensions. Experts warn that recent U.S. threats of imposing a 100% tariff on Chinese goods and new export controls on critical software could impose significant pain on local firms. Many Hong Kong companies, especially those in technology and manufacturing, are scrambling to adapt, with some already shifting supply chains to Southeast Asia and seeking alternative software solutions to mitigate risks. The U.S.'s aggressive stance, including restrictions on cybersecurity and AI software, threatens to disrupt vital sectors such as finance and tech, potentially stalling innovation and forcing firms to undertake arduous, costly transitions. The looming tariffs and export controls have also cast a pall over trade events like the Canton Fair, with industry insiders expressing concern that the uncertainty could dampen future orders and investment, further complicating Hong Kong's economic outlook amid a global climate of geopolitical tension. Finally, the South China Morning Post reports on the palpable anxiety among Chinese exporters as President Trump's latest threat of a 100% tariff on Chinese imports looms over the upcoming holiday season. Many manufacturers are racing to ship their products before the deadline, while others are cautiously optimistic, hoping for last-minute policy reversals. The trade war's impact is starkly reflected in the data. Exports to the U.S. have plunged, especially in August, with a 33% decline, contrasting sharply with growth in emerging markets like Africa and Southeast Asia. The uncertainty has led to a wave of market jitters, with some companies contemplating liquidating U.S. assets amid fears of a prolonged trade conflict. Industry experts suggest that while many firms have already absorbed prior tariffs and diversified their supply chains, the latest threats exacerbate economic fears, threaten global supply chains, and could have long-lasting repercussions on China's trade resilience and investment climate, illustrating the volatile and unpredictable nature of current U.S.-China relations. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Rise and fall, traders bleed, lower call. Factories roar, steel and might, workers sweat, endless night, stubborn and surge, shadows blend, rise of empires no end. Dragons well, blood and steel, screams unheard, profits real, in boardrooms cold, fortunes made. Workers' fate in the shade. Currency war, silent fight, cradles burn like a night. Through the storm, neon gleam, economic power, move the steam. Contract sign, trails deep, backroom deals, vulture sleep. Bank vaults echo, greed's insatiable cry. In this mental wasteland, dreams die. Sweat, endless night, stubborn surge, shadows blend, rise of empires no end. Dragons realm, blood and steel, screams unheard, profits real, in boardrooms cold, fortunes laid, workers' fate in the shade. Currency war, silent fight, cradles burn like a night. Through the storm, neon gleam, economic power, move the sea. Currency war, silent fight, cradles burn like a night. Through the storm, neon gleam, workers' fate in the shade. Currency war, silent fight, cradles burn like a night. Through the spawn, neon gleam, economic power, ruthless scheme. Contract sign, betrayals deep, backroom deals, vulture sleep, bank vaults echo, bleed's insatiable cry. In this mental wasteland, dreams die. Contract sign, Israel's deep, backroom deals, vulture sleep. Bank vaults echo, bleed's insatiable cry. In this mental wasteland, dreams die. Rising seas, ancient law, future built, unpaid and law.